It's been a tough few days for the Taoiseach after his attack on priests in a dull comment to Micheál Martin.
He kind of reminds me of one of those parish priests who preaches from the altar telling us to avoid sin while secretly going behind the altar and engaging in any amount of sin himself.
A lot of people were upset by what Leo Varadkar said. In fact, the backlash got so hot for an Taoiseach that he felt compelled to apologise.
I offended people who I never intended to offend, I want to apologise for that and withdraw it.
But isn't it interesting that accusation is so often the best form of confession? Here, after all, is a man himself who so often tells us one thing and then does another, but it's a pity the irony is lost on him. On one hand, we have Leo standing with a sign saying, "Welfare cheats cheat us all," lamenting the cost to the taxpayer, whilst on the other hand, he then signs off on an astronomical waste of taxpayers' money that is the Children's Hospital at St James's, costing us almost €1 billion more than the M50 site would have. Then there's also his decision to burn €3 billion on an insane broadband deal where we'll pay a company to build it and then hand the profits over to that same company forevermore.
To connect over 1 million people in rural Ireland to high-speed broadband. And when you see the cost in that context, I think it's actually very good value.
These are just some of the hypocritical ways an Taoiseach likes to roll, speaking out of both sides of his mouth. So instead of painting all priests with the same brush, an Taoiseach's time might be better spent solving problems that men like Brother Kevin have had to take on with feeding the homeless, and with helping the people who knock on priests' door every day because they need help for their children or with their rent. Priests are doing an Taoiseach's job because he has failed to do so, and I'd say a good few of them were insulted at being compared to Micheál Martin too. It seems that anti-Catholicism is the last acceptable prejudice among Irish elites. Maybe people will remember this when Fine Gael come looking for votes next time. But before Leo denounces people from his media altar again, he should call to mind his own sins first.